Hi, thank you for joining me. Today I'm doing a sauce for potatoes, and it's going to be a zesty sauce. But right now I'm getting some oil put into the pan to cook the potatoes. And as you can see over to the right side, I have some potatoes cut up in a bowl, um, waiting to be cooked. And while I'm waiting on the oil to get hot, I'm going to start doing the sauce. Get that put together while I'm waiting, or at least start it. I had to go grab some spoons because I didn't have any tablespoons in the drawer. So now that I have my tablespoon, I'm going to start with some mayonnaise. I'm just doing 1 tablespoon of that. And I just got to wipe my spoon off really good. And now I'm going to do some sour cream. Excuse me. And I'm going to do a tablespoon of that as well, once I can get the lid off. And now I just have to get those back into the refrigerator. Okay, now, excuse me, now the pan is ready. So I'm going to get the potatoes in. And I just had to get my spatula so I can get those separated and evened out, because they had stuck together when they were sitting in the bowl. And now I can get back to the dip. And this is the Zesty seasoning salt, and I'm doing a teaspoon of it. But you can measure this to your taste as well. If you don't want a teaspoon, you can do less. If you want more than a teaspoon, you can do that as well. Especially if it's your first time trying it. And now I'm doing some onion powder. And I'm going to do half a teaspoon of that once I get the lid off. And there's the half teaspoon. All right, now I can mix that up. And then that'll be ready and waiting on the potatoes. And also, I'm going to leave this dip as a side to actually dip the potatoes in. And that's just what it looks like when it's all mixed together. But you can also, if you wanted, dump it in with the potatoes and mix it all in together. But I chose to just leave it in the container and be like, you know, just dip the potatoes in, which was really good that way as well. So either way, you can dump it in the pan with the potatoes, or you can leave it just to dip your potatoes in. Either way, it's good. Just as you see, I gave the thumbs up. Alright, now I gotta mix this up and get the potatoes turned over and stuff like that. And of course they were giving me a hard time, so I had to get a fork. Alright. I also went and looked in my cabinet and I seen some oregano, so I decided to put that in with the potatoes, which was delicious. And I think that was also some minced onion I put in. That might have been the first one. And here's the oregano I found in the cabinet, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm putting some of that in there, and it was delicious. So I let that cook in with the potatoes. And now I can get that all stirred up. And now I'm just going to let that sit and cook a little more. I was just taking the fork and poking the potatoes, make sure everything is getting good and tender and not staying hard. Which it shouldn't be, because as you can see, it was turning brown. Alright, now I was adding a little more oil because it was seeming like it needed it, which it did actually. So I added a little more oil. And now I'm just going to let that cook for a few more minutes. Now everything is good and ready. Just checking all the sides again, make sure everything's done. Now I can turn the burner off. And I'm going to get the potatoes onto the plate. Without the oil, of course. Sometimes the oil tries to sneak onto the plate, but there we go. And now I'm just going to add the sauce to the side of the potatoes. And there you go. Hope you give it a try. Thanks.